Coren versus Tyler Bate will be contested inside Hell in a Cell. If Coren wins, he gets control of NXT. If he loses, Coren is gone. Juice Robinson does accept Andrade, Cien Almas' challenge at TakeOver. Who gets Tessa Blanchard at NXT TakeOver Respect? Io Shirai, Shayna Baszler, Toni Storm. Toni Storm! She's the #1 contender to the NXT Women's Championship. Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is NXT. There's only 2 more to go until we have arrived to NXT TakeOver Respect, where the main event of the evening will of course be that hellacious Hell in a Cell contest between Coren and Tyler Bate for the NXT Championship. There must be a winner. There must be an end to it all. Hopefully, there damn well will be, but here tonight we have both those men in action, and you can only imagine how that one will probably wind up going. Here you see the first of many big matches here tonight. Jay Lethal will go one-on-one against Coren, the now #1 contender for the NXT Championship. For the first time in almost a year, I've said that. Will be competing here tonight for the first time, I believe, since his return after the absence that he took. Coren will prepare, of course, whatever way he can for that Hell in a Cell match. If it means decimating Jay Lethal to prove it, you know he will. That much is for certain. But that does not mean that Tyler Bate is free either. Bate is going to be in for a busy evening as well, as he's in the main event of the evening, going one-on-one against the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro, Ishii. That one is going to be an incredible contest between those two guys. Going to beat lumps out of each other on the way to TakeOver Respect. These are the kind of fights that Tyler Bate wants, and these are the kind of fights that he's going to get as well as we head towards NXT TakeOver Respect and that Hell in a Cell contest. Plenty to come your way here tonight, but we're going to kick things off by hearing from the NXT Women's Champion, Tessa Blanchard. Well, here she is, the NXT Women's Champion. #1 contender for her title was discovered last week on NXT. That'll be Toni Storm in what was a hellacious triple threat match involving Storm, Io Shirai, and Shayna Baszler. It was incredible, but here, Tessa Blanchard has already got bad blood with Toni Storm. It's already been brewing long before this series of Universe started, and it's that continuation of that idea of the women of NXT feuding with Trifecta. And this, of course, is the de facto leader of the group as well. Blanchard now will have something to deliver, I imagine, and we'll see how it'll go. She is not going to waste any time at all getting into the news. Last week, she witnessed Toni Storm becoming the #1 contender to her NXT Women's Championship. And what she says to Storm is, so what? She's beaten Storm, Charlotte, Cien, so many alike, so many times. It literally doesn't matter to her out of those who the opponent is. In case no one has got the memo yet, Trifecta are unstoppable, unbeatable, and undeniably the rulers of the NXT Women's Division. They have held that title since June. Tessa Blanchard won the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. Does that not prove the point of Trifecta's dominance? She laughs off the threat of Toni Storm. And to Toni Storm, she says this in conclusion: bring whatever you want to that evening. It doesn't matter. Trifecta rule once and for all. Short, sweet, and to the point. Tessa Blanchard wants nothing to do with Toni Storm, it seems. But I think that is a crucial error in her own right, because she should have seen that triple threat last week. I'm sure she did. Storm gave it her all, and I don't think she should sleep on it. Well, there was quite the message to kickstart this episode of NXT. Like I said, to the point. She just wanted to let Toni Storm know that she isn't afraid of her, which I honestly believe to be a mistake. I think it's a mistake to say that. I think you're selling yourself short if you believe that way. It's not wise to say that you don't fear your #1 contender. I'm sorry, I just think it's always an unwise decision. And I don't think Toni Storm is someone who should be sold short. I don't think she's someone who should be overlooked or anything like that. We all saw the triple threat match last week and saw how hard she had to fight to win that whole thing. She absolutely deserves the opportunity that she has coming for her next weekend at NXT TakeOver Respect. That's for certain. However, we have to move on from that. Maybe we'll talk about it later on tonight when a member of Trifecta is in action. As for right now, however, the #1 contender to the NXT Global Championship is in action, and that is Lio Rush. Won the Battle Royal 2 weeks ago, to get that number 1 contendership right. And now here tonight, he has got a huge match on his way heading into this evening. Andrade, Cien, Almas. El Idolo, undefeated in action. And of course, Andrade is not alone as well. He goes on to NXT TakeOver to go one-on-one against Juice Robinson. He will be squaring off one-on-one against the flamboyant one, also undefeated in his own right, which should make for a very interesting evening. There is no doubt about it. Nevertheless, we prepare for this evening here. How will this one go down, I wonder? I think we will be just about to find out. Rush is on a roll of momentum. He has shown it ever since. He has shown it from the very start, and he hasn't let up since then either. One thing that is for certain, though, is that neither is Andrade. And you see here tonight, no Zelina Vega by ringside for Andrade. Said he wanted to do this one by himself to send this message to Juice Robinson that he can do everything on his own. Maybe Zelina Vega took offense to that. I don't know. Either way, she is fulfilling her end of the deal. She is not here. She is not at ringside. And that is about that. Andrade, though, will gear up for this contest here. I think if he beats Lio Rush here tonight, that is a huge win for Andrade again. Another huge win sustained on the road to take over respect, and another huge win to continue on with his career that he believes. Of course, Andrade is going around saying that his time on NXT is limited. He believes he is destined for greatness, and there is no doubt about it. Well, he has a chance to prove that here tonight by going one-on-one against the number 1 contender for the NXT Global Championship, trying to beat him as well. Imagine what kind of a message that would send, not only to everyone on NXT, but to the general managers, myself included, in that whole scenario. Rush right now, taking a good start over Andrade. Bringing him down to the mat there. As you can see, the height advantage. Go into Andrade. Weight advantage, I'd imagine, as well. Rush probably weighing in about 180. Andrade got to be 220, I would say. So quite the deficit for Rush, but definitely going to be using his speed to try and overcome it. No doubt about that one. Great bit of work there from Andrade, though, trying to get himself out of these holds as quickly as possible. Good side headlock, though, by Lio Rush now. Andrade, though, able to get himself out of this hold as quick as possible. The speed here being shown by both men is something to behold. Collision, though, between the two. Andrade just couldn't get off what he wanted in a quick enough time. Good counter from Lio Rush there with a neck breaker. Rush, of course, will face the NXT Global Champion, Pete Dunne, and he's got to be geared up and ready to go for that one. Must have seen... Oh, no way! No way! Speaketh the name, and apparently he wants to make an arrival through the crowd of the Hammerstein Ballroom. Rush, turn around! No way! Come on! This ain't right! No! Bitter end! Oh, you have got to be kidding me! Referee never saw it either. Rush is down. And Dunne is getting the hell out of here. And Andrade is going to steal one because of it. Cover from Almas. And he wins. You have got to be kidding me. The bitter end screwing over Lio Rush. It's not even the first time we've seen it this week. And I don't think it's going to be the last time either. Oh, but this could very well change everything. Juice Robinson jumping. Andrade now finally getting some revenge on Andrade. It has been 2 weeks of Andrade running his mouth, and now it is time for Robinson to reply. He accepted the challenge last week, and now here tonight, Juice Robinson wasting little time and is jumping Andrade. Beautiful thing to be witness to. Juice Robinson has Andrade right where he wants him, and here we go, up on the shoulders, and oh, what a maneuver from Juice. Rolling Death Valley driver, and Andrade is down. Robinson's message sent, loud and clear, ahead of TakeOver. Well, a less than entertaining way to start things off on this edition of NXT, that much is for certain. I wasn't pleased with what we just saw there, but nevertheless, let's just move on here to our next contest of the evening. Right, here we are. I'm sure plenty of business will be dealt with, a takeover by both sides there. Yeah, plenty to talk about, but, you know, not really the time right now to talk about it, I think is the best way of putting it. Nevertheless, let's move on to our next contest of the evening. Here we go. Number 1 contenders match for the NXT Tag Team titles is on the line here. It is the team of Toni, Nese, and Wwe taking on the duo of Perfect, and of course being Tye Dillinger and EC3. We of course know that over these last 2 weeks they've squared off. They're 1-for-1 in tag team in singles action. Wwe beating Dillinger, EC3 beating Toni, Nese, and of course you saw there finally the manager of Toni, Nese, and Wwe, the people who were picked out by Bret Hart. Sorry, the man who Bret Hart picked. That makes no sense. The people who Bret Hart picked out to carry on his legacy following his retirement are of course the duo that he manages. Bret Hart has not come up with a name for these guys, so he's just kept them as it is, and fine, okay. Nevertheless, these two do have a name. Perfect, of course, with a capital E and a capital C, because as EC3 put it quite a few months back, he said you can't spell perfect without EC3. That was a very interesting addition made by EC3 on that evening there, but that is the name they've gone with and they've stuck with ever since as well. Now we wait to see if they'll become the #1 contenders here tonight. My odds on that this is going to be a very competitive matchup. As a tag team, both these teams have had incredible success. They have been very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? They have been very, very thrilling tag teams to watch. They have been very back and forth, very, trying to think of some other words to build they have a lot of wins under their belts. They're very successful as a tag team. However, I think this is both of their teams' first crack at the goal. This is both their first crack at the shot at a title in a tag team matchup. I think they had in a battle royal a while back, which went on to be won by, it was New Day, if I remember rightly. Might have been New Day. Nevertheless, here we go. EC3 heading towards the ring. You best believe the ego and the confidence of this man is at soaring heights, as it always is. And why shouldn't it be? EC3 here on NXT has reformed himself as of late. He was a guy kind of lost without cause. He was a bit all over the place. And now here he is in a perfect scenario for him. There's no other way of putting it. He is picking up wins whenever he's in action. He has a great tag team going for him right now. And all that matters to of course, EC3 is success. And EC3 has plenty of it. Tag team title reigns are a specialty for EC3. One half of, I still believe to be, the longest reigning ECW Tag Team Champions of all time. Long, long time ago in this universe with the 1%ers. Now, this new duo for him, the Perfect 10, Tye Dillinger, here in NXT has got off to a strong start. Will it get off to a greater one, though? With a win here tonight and a tag team title as a takeover respect, or will it all be spoiled by the duo of Toni, Nese, and Wwe? We're about to find out. Here's the rematch from last week, starting things off. Dar beat Tye Dillinger in action one-on-one last week, showed some great heart in it. But now here tonight we see how Wwe can do, along with Toni, Nese, in this tag team environment, not only with Tye Dillinger to focus on, but of course EC3 to go with it. Bret Hart is on the outside. Maybe he will make a difference in this match as well already. A very interesting evening of NXT action. Interests to talk about heading into TakeOver Respect have certainly taken charge, I believe, you know, with 3 of the matches already at NXT TakeOver being looked at, I think for the lack of a better term, or being brought up in conversation and in actions. That's for certain. Look at this move here by Wwe. That is a great regal stretch for there. Paying homage to one of the greatest British wrestlers of all time in William Regal. Oh, EC3 though not interested, just slapping him in the back of the head there. Neck breaker by EC3 now. This one continuing on here between these two sides. Good contest thus far. Great super kick in the gut, and you could see how much it took out of EC3. Oh, he essentially caved in there from the impact. Wwe rather. Dar though is not giving in right now, fighting back, and if I was Dar, I would get EC3 into that turnbuckle and make the tag into Toni, Nese as quickly as I possibly could, because otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. And Wwe actually taking care of business really well there. Shin breaker. And here we go. Drags him and makes the tag. I would have gone for a double team move myself, but maybe if that's what Bret Hart is teaching them, then, you know, Bret knows what he's doing. And here we go now. A rematch from 2 weeks ago between these two sides. Toni Nese grabbing a hold of EC3 here, snap mirroring him down, the biggest man in the ring. Biggest man in this match in a little bit of trouble here, and I think Nese just did that just to prove a point. He just snap made him down and that was it. EC3 right back up to his feet here, back elbow to Toni Nese, and things aren't looking too good for him right now. What the hell's going to happen here? Nese being wheelbarrowed into the second rope. What a maneuver there from EC3. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Tag made though, Tye Dillinger back in this one now. Dillinger and Nese squaring off for the first time. Double back body drop and the Premier Athlete goes down. Dillinger trying to get something going there. Good stop by Nese, who takes down Tye Dillinger now and unloading away on him with some shots there. Good bit of work. And Nese now going after the arm of Tye Dillinger as well. Tactical it may be. Tye Dillinger going to have to try and escape this hold as quickly as he can. Can he find a way out of it? Yes, he can. Duo, of course, who wins this matchup will face Sanity for the NXT Tag Team titles just over a week from now at TakeOver Respect. Of course, these last few months have kind of been a rebuilding phase for the NXT Tag Team title division. They've been trying to improve the division as much as they can, adding to it of the NXT board, the NXT General Manager. And I think they've done a decent job so far, but maybe one or two pieces needed to finalize their work, I guess. Tag made again. Good frequent tags between Perfect here have left them in a good degree of control in this match. Double arm drag there. EC3 happy with that one. Look at this. He is watching on in the corner. He wanted Noam Dar to get in the ring there, and here he comes. Dar now. Drop kick in the leg. Out of EC3. Double axe handle. And the 1%er cannot get back up to his feet. What has Dar got in store for us now? Here we go. Going to send him into the turnbuckle. There is no. Toni needs to help him there, but still he tried. Try as he might, didn't work out the way he wanted it to. Look at the strength there from EC3. Swept under and took the legs out from underneath this man. Chop gets counted, however. Irish whip into the turnbuckle again. Nese just getting up there, and this time, though, Dar hits a big drop kick in the turnbuckle. And I think that might have been an unwise decision. Dar was fired up there. May have not been the smartest idea to tag Nese back in this one, but they are going after the legs of EC3, the huge legs of EC3. Irish whip off the ropes now. Comes EC3 and back into the path of a super kick there. One thing is for certain is what I'm seeing in this match is that once he's down on the mat, it's tough for EC3 to get back in this one. He stays down for a while. He's taking a lot of offense. Nese now trying to take as much advantage of it as he can. Chin lock applied here. The knee dug into the small of the back. EC3, though, great way of getting out of that. Swept the leg from underneath Toni Nese and went for a big-time dropkick. Whiffed on it, though. A lot of force being propped into that one. Stumbles out of the turnbuckle. Going to look for a Falcon Arrow here, and he'll get it. EC3 may actually want to be making the tag into Tye Dillinger at this rate. Look at this now. Look at this from Toni Nese. The Premier Athlete coming through with a huge move right there. Has the arm now. Pump handle. Yes, pump handle. Oh! Pump handle gut wrench powerbomb. What a move from Nese. And EC3 kicks at it too. You best believe they thought that was going to be the move to make them the #1 contenders, but it hasn't finished the deal just yet. This may very well do so, though. Trying to get something out of this. Pulling the knee pad down is Toni Nese. And he's lining up big. Running knee. Shattering the face of EC3. Cover made. Dillinger got in the ring as early as he could, and he made the save as well. And look at this now. That was the fault of Toni Nese. He was looking at Tye Dillinger. Dillinger intervening. EC3 right back up to his feet now. And here we go. EC3 fired up and ready to go. Back body drop to Nese. And things aren't getting any better. Spine buster for you as well. What a save from Tye Dillinger. What a save it was, and it may very well have just made the duo known as Perfect the #1 contenders. 1%er. The 1% connects from the top 1%. Will it be enough to finish the deal? Dillinger in. He doesn't stop Dar, who makes the save. Went for a running chop there, and Dar was just too quick for him. What is Nese doing here now? Interesting. Okay. Bit of a great work there from either side after that high-octane bit of maneuvering there. A cheap shot there certainly helped out the cause. Tag made now. Yes, Dillinger finally back in this one. And they're going to go after the arm of Toni Nese. Good counter from Nese, though. These guys have been countering. Whoa! That was great work from Nese. Look at this now from the man. Sweeping the leg underneath him. Nese having a stand-up performance here. There's no doubt about that. I think the tag is going to be made into Noam Dar here. Both teams fighting with everything they've got to get that chance at sanity. Let's see what will happen here. Dar, is he going to go for a tag right away? No, running dropkick in the turnbuckle though. Dug in the face there. Dar, I think, is trying to get this crowd on his side, but they kind of want the perfect 10 to win here. Good counter from Dillinger, and that is a smart idea. Get him out of that turnbuckle as quickly as you can, but Dar in with a big counter there, and an uppercut brings him down. Now Dar going to send them back to their turnbuckle again and again. He strikes big with that running drop kick, but he's not doing anything after it. Stopped there by Ty Dillinger, who will connect here with another neck breaker. What is Ty going to do here now? Walking around the ring as if to think, what can I do next in this one? All four men in this match have certainly sacrificed a lot for victory here, but it is all about who walks out with that victory. And here we go. Dillinger with him up. He's going to bring him down onto his knee. And that could end things here. The tiebreaker setting things up for the perfect 10 to end this. The knee pad comes down. Perfect 10 from Dillinger. Will it be enough? Cover made. It will. It will. Perfect are the #1 contenders to the NXT Tag Team titles. They have done it. And a damn good job done there. And for the first time, I think I'm saying this about this duo, the man of the match for that one was Dillinger. He saved the duo more than once and really showed his worth and got the winning pin. Great work from Dillinger. Great work from Perfect as well. What a team they were. What a contest that was as well. Everyone having to put everything in to try and win in the end. Perfect was just too much. And they will face Sanity next weekend at NXT TakeOver. Respect for those tag team titles now. We're going to move on to our next contest over the evening. I said a member of Trifecta was in action, and that will be up next. It is Jazzy Gabert going one-on-one against Charlotte. Alright, well, let's see how this one goes for this trio then. Trifecta, of course, always love to be in action, and here they are. Here are the trio. There's Tessa Blanchard on the left with her NXT Women's Championship. There's Santana Garrett with a fucking huge head. And there is the woman in action on the far right, Jazzy Gabert, the alpha female as she has called herself, preparing for this matchup here this evening. This is the trio that has caused problems, that has played roughshod, that has run roughshod over the NXT Women's division over these last few months. Gabert and Blanchard have both held that NXT Women's Championship. It was Gabert who lost the title to Blanchard inside the Women's Elimination Chamber match. And also in the women, well, all three members of Trifecta were in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. So too was this woman as well, Charlotte. So of course this is continuing on, as I said from the start of the show, that Trifecta versus Women's of NXT rhetoric that has been going on for a while now. This has been going on for months and months, maybe 8 months or thereabouts now. This has been an issue for everyone to deal with, and now we see what happens here tonight. Charlotte, who joined the party right at the same time as I think Toni Storm did at the start. There was literally just Kairi Sane squaring off against all three of them. Charlotte joined the cause, and, you know, she has had her success in this, but she is still yet to have the NXT Women's Championship around her waist. Whether or not that will come at a later date, we are yet to find out. Also, another thing may be how long Charlotte has here in NXT. Will she be finding her way back up to the main roster? I don't know. Obviously, it's not my part to speak because, well, ECW doesn't have a women's division. It has a cruiserweight division in its place. So, there's that issue for it. Nevertheless, Charlotte got to be ready for this one. A big win over Jazzy Gabert would certainly help her cause heading out of NXT TakeOver Respect, as if to say, I'm next in line for this one. Don't you forget it. We'll see what'll happen though. Gabert and Charlotte one-on-one, and Trifecta at ringside could certainly be a difference maker in this. Charlotte coming out of the gates, trying to get a good start against Gabert, who just blasts in with that spear there. My goodness. Charlotte, though, of course, very resilient, as we know her to be. She won't want to stay down she won't want to stay down right from the very start. She'll want to fight. She is a Flair after all. Charlotte going to be, I think this is smart from Charlotte right from the get-go, going after the leg of Jazzy Gabert, taking away her large vertical stance, and of course softening things up for that figure 8 leg lock whenever she looks to apply it. But oh, what a counter there from Gabert. I thought they were going to be hard knees, but instead it is Charlotte going up and over the top rope and to the outside. Gabert can take control on the outside here. She can do whatever she wishes now. It is not going to be a nice trip for Charlotte wherever she is going here. And it looks to be into the steel steps for her. A rough landing for Charlotte, that is most certain. And this is all being used to send a message to anyone who wants to oppose Trifecta. Simply put, oh my god, don't. Charlotte has done before, and I think she will continue to as well, even coming out of this evening. She is just on her own right now, and she is up against the powerhouse of Trifecta as well, who is taking care of business. An Iron Claw, oh my god! Charlotte just destroyed in that moment. Absolutely, well, woman handle, I think would be the best way of saying it. But Charlotte is not giving in, give her credit. Look at the strength here. Back suplex, face buster there. Into the cover. Gabert's foot, hand on the bottom rope though. And Charlotte's foot was in the rope, so maybe that is why the ref didn't go for the count as well. Here we go, into the turnbuckle. Oh, went for a running splash and missed on it. Gabert can take charge here, and indeed she will. Discus clothesline. Charlotte almost twisted inside and out there. Look at how happy Trifecta are on the outside with what they're witnessing. Got to imagine Toni Storm, wherever she is realizing this could very well be her fate, a takeover. She could be by herself in that title matchup. But so too could Tessa Blanchard if all things went well. You'd hope that that would be the case anyway. Here we go, let's see what will happen now. Good attempt there from Charlotte at another move, but Gabert stopping her once more. Irish whip off the ropes, and another spear brings her down. Charlotte is in deep jeopardy here. Gabert has been just owning this matchup. There's no other way of putting it. Charlotte, though, fighting out of this right now. Good stuff there from Charlotte. Spear of her own. Spear of her own by Charlotte. Is that her opening back in this thing? She certainly hopes it is. Tessa Blanchard, though, distracting the ref, but it doesn't matter because the figure 8 leg lock is being applied. The figure 8 is locked in deep here on Jazzy Gabert. Will she tap out to it is the question. The answer, I think, is going to... Yep, it is going to be no. Not enough work has been done in this match by Charlotte to get that tap out. Admirable attempt, though, no doubt about it, but just not enough at the end of the day. And Gabert, suplex toss there, and mocking her after telling her, come on, get up to your feet. As if to say, oh, what, this is all you've got? It's not going to be another one, is it? No, it's not. Just throwing her up in the air. Charlotte put an awful lot into that. She put a lot into that figure 8, and it just wasn't enough. Gabert is being... Well, she is destroying this matchup right now. But Charlotte... The versatility, the resilience of her, the refusal, as I said before, to give in, no matter what the scenario is. That was like a bear hug spine buster there from Gabert, and things aren't getting better. She has the... What's she going to do now? Oh my god, she has her up in a torture rack position. She is going to... A torture rack is being applied right now on Charlotte. I have never seen anyone lock in a torture rack using that kind of, using it in that way. But Charlotte ain't giving in. Great bit of work there from her. Gets out of the hold. And once again, she tries to fight back, but Gabert stops her in her tracks. And this isn't looking good for Charlotte at all right now. In the turnbuckle. What are you gonna do? Irish whip here from... Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my goodness, she ran her over. She flat out ran her over there with that running shoulder tackle. And that could be it. Covers Charlotte, who still kicks at it too. Oh man, the resiliency here from Charlotte shining through. But can she get something going in this one? Crawling. Trying to stand up to Gabert here and getting in a shot. Getting in as many shots as she can right now. But it was all for nothing. It was all for nothing. Dump down, face first. Look at the speed in that slam. She forced Charlotte to try there. She forced her up to her feet, only to send her right back down. And Jazzy Gabert just won this thing. That is a victory for Gabert and a victory for Trifecta. Gabert dominates to victory. The alpha female had that match. About 80% of that match was hers. There's no doubt about it. She controlled easily 80%. And Charlotte was done for. There is your winner, Jazzy Gabert. Job done there for Trifecta. And there isn't that much more you can say about it. Blanchard very proud of the job done. But will she be a difference maker, a takeover respect or not? I don't know. Another question to ask is, how much of that did Toni Storm realize could be her at NXT TakeOver Respect? Once again, I don't know. We're going to move on to our next contest here, though. Strap yourselves in. Things are about to start getting serious. Coming up next, Jay Lethal versus Coren. Alright, well, the mood has kind of dimmed in the Hammerstein Ballroom because... oh, we know what is here. We know what this match is, and we know how serious it is as well. Lethal has been put in a very, very strong position here, going one-on-one against Coren. It is a position I think that he is ready for, though. And I know it sounds like I'm trying to big up this guy. It sounds like I'm trying to talk some smack about him, but no, this guy really does. He really is. It's not as much as he is a big guy. It is as much as he is a sick, twisted, vile piece of shit. I think is the best term that I can use to describe him. I despise Coren and everything he has stood for ever. There is a difference between trying to stand for your brand and showing everyone what a champion should look like Seth Rollins does. There is another thing between trying to control a whole brand and telling people that you should do things his way or you will be on the receiving end of a drastic beatdown that you won't recover from. The list of names this man has taken out. Stone Cold, retired because of him. Macho Man, retired. Matt Hardy, haven't seen him since March. Add to that list, Tanahashi. Let me do it properly. Hiroshi Tanahashi. Cesaro. Who else is there? There's so many others I could talk about right now. You could name a list of people here on this roster who have received a beatdown of Coren. You could look at Tyler Bate for one, but he's still in this one. But the most important of them all, I think, the one who stands out the most, Kazuchika Okada. Okada had numerous matches with this guy, and when the going started getting tough, and when they squared off in an Extreme Rules match and then a TLC match, Okada didn't stand after it. Both times, Okada needed assistance getting out of the building. The second time, carried out on a stretcher because of this man and this man alone. And what I hate about this all is that, well, when TakeOver Respect rolls around, he has the advantage in that kind of match. He lost to Bate in a straight one-on-one contest, but when it is a brawl, when it is hell in a cell, it almost fits this guy. It almost suits him. And that's what makes this sickening, is that it is right for him to be in a kind of match like that. And what I desperately hope for is that on that evening next Saturday at NXT TakeOver Respect, Coren is put to rest. Everything is on the line for NXT. If Coren wins, he controls NXT. If he loses, he is gone, and that is final. And here we go from the get-go right now. He's trying to go right after Jay Lethal. Lethal needs to get a good fight back here. And let's hope that he does. And this now, Coren just trying to annoy, I think, and frustrate Jay Lethal. Overhead belly to belly there. And Lethal having to roll out of the ring temporarily here. Look at this. Look at the eyes of this man. 270 days as NXT champion he once was. And he could be going into his second reign in just a few short days. Jay Lethal, though, doing everything in his power right now to try and upset this man. To try and cause a huge talking point coming out of this event. Can he do that, though? I'm not too certain. Look at this gator rolling him now, is Lethal. I think this is, it's certainly something to see from Lethal. Do I think it's smart? Absolutely not. Do you want to piss off a guy like this that much? Certainly thinks that he can, that's for certain. Goes out of the way, though, does Coren, and duck under now. What are we going to see? Back suplex. Yes. Oh, he's hung on. He has hung on to the hold. Coren's in. German suplex now. And he ain't letting go either. Turning him round into a vertical suplex. How do you pull off something like that? How do you pull off something like that? I have to know. This guy's a freak. A freak of nature and just one of the most sadistic and vile people I've ever seen. Buckle bomb connected, and now it's almost like he's starting to get a bit twisted now. But Lethal is fighting on through it. Oh no. Stun gun. And everything just kind of goes silent for a little bit as Lethal is on the receiving end of a beat down here. Lethal, though, running neck breaker. Coren goes down, and Coren goes out of the ring as well. Trying to take a breather on the outside here. This is not where he needs to be, and this is not the message he needs to be showing. So close to NXT TakeOver, that's for certain. Back in the ring we come now. Oh, here we go. The kicks and the strikes of this man. So ruthless and so brutal. And this is what Bate is going to have to contest inside Hell in a Cell. Double underhook brainbuster. And Coren, I think, could have just finished Lethal. Cover on Lethal here, but he's out of two. Oh no. Oh no, of course. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Ripping off the turnbuckle pad here. No, 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 no. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Coren. This is his sick, twisted mind taking shape now. Oh, the referee just getting in the way there. And that has to have frustrated Coren. Referee making the save for Lethal there. And on top of that, has allowed Lethal back into this one. Dragon screw. Come on, Lethal. No. Stopped again. Coren shuts him down in his tracks. And Lethal's trying to fight back here. And Coren's gone to the outside. I think he wants to continue his sick, twisted fantasies on the outside here. Into the steel steps goes Lethal now. He'll do whatever he can in order to send a message, and he uses every inch of... No. No, 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 no! No! Right through the barricade! Oh my goodness! A spear through the barricade. Lethal is down. And Coren is getting some steel steps now. What is this man doing? What is this Lethal is still standing. Just want to point that out for a second. Lethal is still standing. Oh no. Oh no. No, no. No. Powerbomb on the outside. Oh my goodness. I thought Lethal was going to come down on those steps. Thank goodness he didn't. But we're back on the outside here. The counters continued. This is just sickening actions. Oh, he's not exactly getting much good luck with those steps right now, that's for certain. Lethal wanted to fight with him on the outside. May I suggest that is not the wisest decision Jay Lethal's ever come up with. Great counter, though, by Lethal. That's more like it. Lethal getting one over on Coren there. Send him back in the ring. Come on, Lethal. Here's one incredible chance winding up for you right now. Just take it by the chin. Come on, Lethal. You've got this. Back suplex. Oh, Blue Thunderbomb. Blue Thunderbomb. And he kicks out right away. He kicks out right away. Like that move didn't even matter to him. Is Lethal going to go up high here? Thought it looked like he was for a moment there. He's on the apron. It's a long way away, and Coren will stop it anyway. He's getting up to his feet here. No, Lethal. Not a wise idea. Lethal, though, able to kick his way out of it. And Coren just able to push him back down. What now? Oh, no. Up and over the top rope to the outside goes Lethal. Coren is getting the other steel steps now. The job ain't done. Not by a long shot. With an individual this vile and twisted. What are you going to do? No. No, I know what he's doing. Slamming him down on the steps. Oh my goodness. No shame. No remorse. And he has the steps in his hands now. And into the face of Lethal they go. Bell rung for. This one is over. Oh my god. He doesn't care though. He doesn't care. He has snapped. Coren has snapped. Double underhook. Brain buster to Lethal now. Oh my god, no. That was sickening. He has snapped. No, move on. Get this off the screen. I don't even want to talk about it. I got nothing. Nothing. I've got nothing. I got nothing to say, and I've got nothing I want to say. No. Move on right now. Tyler Bate is up in action now. The main event, Bate versus Ishii. No, you are kidding me. Get out of here, you sick bastard! Coren has jumped Bate from behind now, and the main event isn't even going to get started here. Coren beating down the champion on the entrance ramp. This is sickening. This is vile. Oh no, he has his title. Oh no, he has the title back in his hands, and the NXT title just went into the back of Tyler Bate, striking over and over again. The champion with his belt. They're meeting in Hell in a Cell, but Coren has lost it here tonight. Coren has gone insane here tonight. No, no, no! Pile driver on the belt as well. You sick, twisted, vile. Oh. There's not even... Why? Again, he gets the jump on Bate, but Bate is trying to fight back here. Bate is doing his very best. Bate has decided to ditch the main event as well. The fight is on now. Bate fighting back, and the brawl has started here before takeover respect. Coren, though, brings him back down. Oh, my goodness. Running knee right in the face. No. No, no, he's looking for something here. Bate, stop him. And Bate does just that, fighting his way out. The brawl is on. I don't even think security could break these guys up, truth be told. I think that's just a waste of time. What a lariat. Oh my, this is just getting a little bit... Well, this has got incredibly out of hand. Oh my goodness, spinning heel kick. This has got so far out of hand, heading into takeover, but it's what these two want. It's how these two want to finish things. They want to put it all on the line. They want to kill each other. Only one can stand coming out of takeover, and they will do anything to make sure that they're the only one standing. Coren dumping Bate down there, and the champ is in agony now. He tried to fight back, but it hasn't worked. No, double underhook, brain buster to Bate. The champ is busted open. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Coren, no. Clock strikes 12. Bate is out. You sick, twisted bastard.